which areas of advertising in the UAE do we need to improve?
Which side of advertising? Maybe the thinking process. Because there is not something specific in terms of execution, like a TV or a web or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's the idea that comes first.
Okay.
And we're still lacking a lot of those good ideas. Because we have very good art directors, we have very good photographers, we have very good web designers. We may be lacking more conceptual people that can.
I think we need to improve, first of all, strategy. I think strategy is taken for granted in this region. And from good strategy will come good creative, good strategic insights will allow good creative to come out of that. So, funny enough, I don't think it's creative, I think it's more strategy and the strategic part of the thinking that needs to be done.
All things digital. That's the biggest challenge, and it's not about doing this for the sake of having done the one little digital piece in a campaign. It will move to the center of things. It's got to move to the center of things, and I think the biggest revolution will take place in the next 24 months is the emergence of the Arabic web. All content in Arabic, including the web addresses, which will pose a big problem for me because I don't speak it and write it. But that will be a big shift. If we look at China, that's what created a massive turnaround the moment that the web turned Chinese. Today, 80% of the web or digital assets in China are in Chinese. The moment we turn into Arabic web, it will be just huge in this region with all the youth. That's going to be the biggest impact.
I think overall a huge effort on education needs to be kind of really put into it. A lot of agencies actually put that effort in with their clients in terms of making sure they're exposed to best work in their categories, making sure they're present at screenings, festivals. It's just a matter of patience. I think we'll all get there eventually.
One that always comes up is radio. I mean, radio is a challenge, but a lot of radio commercials here are really sad. And I think compared to the States or Europe or anywhere else, there's a lot of commercials that are fresh and really thought out, but here it's really frustrating. Not from just using the same talent over and over again, but I think it's a medium that really needs to try and pick up.
All of them, all the areas, every single one. So not just creativity, but the business, the account management, the strategy, the media, the production, every single, whatever we do, every single one needs to be improved.
Craft is just lacking sorely, and there aren't enough suppliers. So if you're looking at photographers, I mean, I've got a brief now. Who do I send it to? It's the same 5 people over and over. It would be nice if there were, when it comes to photography, for example, there were more than 5 people. There were kids getting in there, and there's a lot of local talent, GCC talent, and they don't find a platform to shine. So we need those people, coming in and actively taking up photography. Now, if I'm looking at, let's say, a stylist, again, the supplier thing, I've got 3 stylists, and, you've worked with all of them. I mean, there's just not enough. And that's stuff, ultimately affects the craft. And also the other problem is craft when it comes to copy. I mean, it's just sorely lacking, and we just have to put a hunker down and get our heads together and see how we can kind of motivate the young ones to keep pushing and keep trying. So that's craft, yeah.
All of it. I think there's a huge online problem You know, a lot of ideas that are presented to the clients, it's not that they don't get them, they're afraid to use them, especially when it comes to sort of integrated campaigns using sort of online, you know, the traditional media and new media. So it's not about us improving, it's about, you know, everybody just sort of moving towards sort of new models of communication, new ways of doing things. But it's not only the advertising agencies that have to lead that, the clients have to buy into that as well.
Or constantly. I mentioned about digital. Well, that obviously we need to improve. But having said that, we need to improve all. We need to improve even design. You know, anything you can think of, and not only UAE. It keeps on improving, right? Anyhow, innately. So.
Digital, online, mobile apps, PR. I think PR at the moment is more of an afterthought. I think if you look at the business model as being TV, press, radio, it should be more online, social media, PR, because when's the last time you read a paper? So why do we actually do newspaper advertising? People, it's almost like the web. You know, the web doesn't, you don't find the web anymore, the web finds you. You know, so there's no need to actually go through the social demographic of UAE. They know who you are, so they'll find you. So they need to change the way that advertising